So today we're going to talk about one of the most popular houseplants that's considered an air purifier by NASA, the golden cane palm, also known as the Areca palm, the yellow leaf palm, or the butterfly palm. So this palm tree over here is categorized under tropical palms. There are two types of palm trees, two categories of palm trees. We have the desert palm and the tropical palms. So tropical palms are palm trees which like high humidity, and they're grown in the tropics, like this palm tree here, which is native to Madagascar and the Philippines. So this palm tree here gets its name, the golden palm, because of its leaves. So if you are to see a palm somewhere and confuse it for this has its distinguishing yellow cane stems. As you can see, the stems are yellow. Yeah, so this palm tree here, like I said, is a tropical palm, so that means that it loves high humidity and it does not like bright light. So what happens when you put this palm tree outdoors in a place where there's no shade and it gets really harsh sunlight, what happens is the leaves start turning yellow, and that's not a bad thing if you like it like that, for your palm tree to look like yellow and green. But if you want your palm tree to look lush green and beautiful, put it in a shade. So indoors, this palm tree will do well in a place near a window with filtered light. It will also do well in a medium light area in your house where it's getting a little bit of sunlight, but it wouldn't do well in a low shaded area. So something else is this plant, since it's a tropical plant, it will need misting. If you have a humidifier in your house. If you don't, you can just use a spray bottle like just any other house plant like fans. So you can mist the leaves. You can also wet the leaves once in a while, but that's not necessary provided it's in the house and the temperatures in the house are a bit cooler than those ones for outside. So that's not something that you should really focus on. What you need to focus on is the watering. So watering for this palm tree is just like any other house plant. You need to do a soil test first, and by doing that, I mean you need to insert your finger in the soil 2 inches deep to confirm the soil is dry before watering. If you don't want to make your finger dirty, you can also use a stick, or you can sacrifice a long utensil in your house, like a long spoon, to be using it to check your soil. Otherwise, you can also just buy a moisture meter from Amazon to be checking the water levels. So watering of this palm tree needs thorough watering. Thorough watering means you water the palm tree evenly till the water seeps out of the pot, and then once the water seeps out of the pot, you just wait for the soil to dry, and then that's when you water it. Ideally, this palm tree, I water my palm trees once a week, but the bigger ones need more water, so I do that once in 5 days, because where we live is a very hot. It's a very hot area with low humidity, so that's why. But if you live in a high humidity area, make sure you do that thing for the soil tests to confirm that your soil is happy. So common problems that this plant faces is if you put this palm tree outside, like in your balcony, where it's getting harsh light. You know, there are balconies that get morning light, and then there are balconies that get evening light. So if you put it in a place where your balcony gets harsh midday sunlight, what happens is you'll see that the leaves turning yellow, or the palm tree becoming like green. So that's something that you need to reconsider by moving it in a more shaded area. And then something else about this palm tree that is often overlooked is overwatering. So what happens is if you overwater your plant where it sits in water, where the water seeps into the tray, and then the tray still has water, and then the palm tree, you're like, let me water my palm tree since it's also still dry. What happens is the leaves start turning yellow. The yellow where it looks like it's rotting, and then it's droopy. That's too much water. But if the tips of your leaves are a bit brown, looking like the brown like the dark brown, that's underwatering. So you always need to confirm the tips of your plants are healthy, so always check on your plants. Something else is this palm tree grows to be really tall, especially if it's in a pot. It takes a while to grow, but eventually if it's inside, it will grow up to 6 to 7 foot. The one I have here is 6 foot. The ones behind me are around 4, but the growth rate is slow but either way they still grow big. So if you don't want something that will grow big in your house, maybe consider getting another plant. But this palm tree is nice because it's a good air purifier, especially if you have people in your house who are smokers. This thing will cleanse the air there, clearing benzene from the air. You can also read up more about NASA list of air purifying houseplants. So something else, another common problem that faces this houseplant is pests. So pests are something you can't avoid. You'll always come across, especially if you have more than 10 houseplants. It's very likely that one day one of it will get infected. So what you do is you can make a homemade recipe for controlling pests. That's liquid soap, baking soda, and oil. You can also use neem oil or just normal cooking oil and spray. But if you don't want to do those DIY methods, you can just buy Duduthrine from a an agrovet in Kenya like this. And then you dilute it with water and spray. So by pests I mean the small white insects that come on the stems of where the leaves meet the plant, that's the stem. So there are small white insects which are called mealybugs or spider mites. So something else we need to discuss about this plant is if you have a golden palm in your house, you need to report it after 2 years. If you've had it for more than 2 years and you're seeing like it has stunted growth, that's because it needs reporting. The purpose of reporting is because the plant, when you're fertilizing the soil, the salts of the fertilizer tend to sit on the bottom, and then also the soil in a pot is not like the soil for outdoor when it's in the ground, where the soil starts aging, it's not getting new nutrients, there are no insects to come and fertilize the soil. So you see what happens. So you always need to report your houseplant, and this needs to be reported after 2 to 3 years. So fertilize it. You can buy a fertilizer from an agrovet that's for ornamental plants, or you can also just buy compost, or you can also make your own compost from food waste in your house and then fertilize your soil. Another method for fertilizing is the one I shared before, where you get to use eggshells or banana peels and then you just water your soil. So I think that's everything. If you have questions about this palm tree and you're not too sure if this is a palm tree for you, oh yeah, something else, this palm tree is also pet friendly. So it means when it's digested by your dogs and your cats, nothing will happen to it. However, please note that there are still types of palms which are toxic to animals, which I think I'll list them below this video. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions about this palm tree and anything, problems associated with this palm tree, be sure to let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.